tried to tempt me with a monsoon moon. Clouds that wandered into distant rooms. Now the lovers have gone home to bed, but our hearts absorb the rains right here.
Cheers, everybody! You guys mean the world. You guys mean the world to me. There's a lot of really overwhelming faces in here inside of how I think. But cheers, everybody. Thank you for coming. Looking for the Dalai Lama. Here we are. It's a present moment, right? We're all here. So I came across these daily ideas of how it is that I was trying to nourish myself to be like more productive, to everybody coming together and being good humans, and somehow realizing that all of this stuff is just a shadow of who you can be, and you really have to like clip a bunch of there's a bunch of bags of rocks that we all need to clip on a daily basis just to find like happiness on a daily basis. Am I wrong in that? Now, that low level or high level anxiety, I do my best to like not share it with anybody, but now I'm sharing with everybody. What am I doing? But so I started doing these calming exercises inside to drawing myself, and I started thinking about, I'm creating my digital interpretation of what I think I am, just like Neo in the Matrix, where I need to create this so there's an imprint of what it is that I think about how crazy this world is. I have no weapons drawn, but I want to do my best to nourish people around me and not be affected by all the stuff that is making us all exclaim, I've had enough. Like, I've had enough of I've had enough, right? Like, we're all I've had enough, like, right? But I realized that if you constantly blow kisses at the future self you wish to be, good things are going to happen. But everybody gets that bag of rocks. It used to be balloons. We used to be filling ourselves up with these lofty ideas of how it is that we can excel to a particular point. I'm guilty of it the same way everybody else is. I mean, I'm not going to admit to the last time I had a Big Mac, but, you know, like. So I started doing these things, and then they got deeper, and they got deeper. And then I started realizing, simplistic ones are fun, and complicated ones are fun. And the complicated ones, now for me, I feel really weird like showing somebody that I have this daydream a lot. I will have the patience for your words if you promise to lay down your weapons. It seems important to me to see what you see. I believe we can retrieve the blueprint for us to be one of the sun, born again and again, every time the sun blinds our eyes with its rise. A choice, a chance to change into me I dream to be, you dream to be too, because we're all looking for the same things in regards to all of that. Like, as far as I'm concerned, we want happy, we want our kids to be healthy. I got wrapped up in all all this, and then I had these little like successes where I started realizing, okay, that's actually good. I like that as a piece of artwork, and like the t-shirt and like everything that it means for me, like it's really present of how it is that I want to project myself to the world. And there was a point where I got accepted to the walls at Lux. And from that point, I was like, whoa, I'm in a different reality of now what I can shoot at. And what he was saying about me being like, yeah, like I really felt like the organic nature of what happened that night ended up evolving into this. And I said, I thought about putting this on stage, and then Donnie's like, I'll play your music. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. And here we are. So back to Antoinette and Domingo. Those guys showed me that you can create something from nothing over the span of like a 15-year arc. Like, they really were like struggling to figure out, and then they end up being in this place. So anyway, I continued to like make these random things, and there was a certain point where I realized that I was onto something. I started doing these like color ones and started putting my character into it, and then like creating this juxtaposition of my t-shirt, and I realized that I was kind of onto something in regards to how this was affecting me to be a better person inside of the supermarket or the gas station, or I want to be a conscious reminder that humans are actually not here to surprise us with bad things. We're here to somehow, nourish the soup, especially here in the United States. I think we have this perception that it's this rigid place or whatever. But so I told them ultimately, let's figure out how it is that your little thing can be like a scat thing. Like, not necessarily like beat poetry where everybody's like snapping in beat or anything, but like let's make a jazz song happen, and I'll kind of like float through a handful of these and actually make it into something that in audio form could end up being a piece of artwork. Does that make sense? Media common to most Americans is evidence of devolving human genome. Those looking for salvation through the mechanism already conjured will perish in the faith that afterlife, leaving theirs responsible to their remembrance with the burden of their providing their eternal life by making something of their family name. Let's all make something of our family names. There's no mystical force that's going to magically wheel you into a better life than you make. Let's make something of our family names. And I've told my mom this a couple of times. I'm like, it's that lie that I made about you. And she's like, what? And like, I realize that it plays better if I say, my mom used to tell me, whatever I did, whatever I said, whatever you do, whatever you say, hope they found a smile. Aren't we all still trying to do that? I think we're all still, like everybody in this building are still trying to do that. Let's figure out how do we infiltrate other people to do that? I have no idea. I have no idea how it is that on paper, because it's the bureaucracy of the society that we live in, that you have to have something at the bus stop to tell them not to litter. How do we connect the dots of how it is that we can create community again? Because we're all decisively different as far as they're telling us. As far as the machine is telling us, we're all decisively different, right? Everybody in this building is completely the same. They're all looking for love. They're all hypnotized by Johnny right now. Even these guys. I can make them go big. Go big. Yeah. See what I'm saying? So I'm doing my best here as an adult to somehow conjure the idea that I've lassoed you into looking for the Dalai Lama means something. And what it means to me, if you wanted to make that mean it for you, is that I want to find the most peaceful people on the planet to figure out how it is that we can make it all go away. All this stupid shit. How do we make it all go away? I love you guys.